All right. Welcome back to Eyes Open Media. Okay, so yesterday, we had some changes in the map. Okay, and then also this morning, we had some changes in the some areas as well. So we're gonna go and study. We're gonna study the map because yesterday when I did the video for Eyes Open Media, um, the map didn't change at all, right? And then we compared it on the report extra, but late that night, the map did change. Okay, and then also we see here it says important Daesh terrorists in western Mosul are completely trapped by Iraqi army, okay, Hashd, special forces, and federal police and ERD. Okay, so as you guys, emergency response division. Okay, so as you guys can see here, here's the lining. This is ISIS area right here, and but look at here, this is ISIS area right here, but it's shrinking, right? Because they're now trapped. Now, here's the thing. They've been trapped like this for a while now. Now this part was a lot bigger. It was like probably like around here, but they've been trapped for 3 weeks, at least 3 weeks, right? And so if you think about it, if they're trapped for 3 weeks, why aren't the troops coming in from every area to just wipe this part out? We don't know. We don't know. Okay, so it's shrinking, but it's shrinking small to be trapped with nowhere to go, and it's kind of weird that this is not done yet. You know what I mean? They can't go in, they can't go out. It's trapped in. You would think because it's trapped in, this should be completed by now. It's been about 3 weeks, and this thing is shrinking really small. So that means that this could be a. I'm not sure where this is at, but if this is old Mosul City, if this I'm not sure if this is it or not, but if this is it, then I see why it's going slow because it's very highly populated and you got to go door to door. But if this is something else that is not highly populated, then I don't know why this is not done yet. Um, but this is one of the last spots, and then this is another area as well, of course. So that's good news. They got them trapped in even more, and this part is shrinking every day, every 2 days. It's shrinking, it's shrinking, it's shrinking, and then eventually it's going to just be all green. Eventually, we know it's going to be all green. That's the good news, right? It's March 31st. The CBI is off today for spring break. That's why there's no auctions and no update on the site. So there was a lot of people saying March 31st, March 21st for RV, but the CBI is not even open today. And I think they forgot that the CBI isn't open on March 21st. So it is what it is. Okay, so maybe you'll come back tomorrow and we'll see something tomorrow. I mean, people are calling RV dates all day long, okay? And I told you guys on the main channel, 365, that's not our concern any longer. Our concern is turning this map green as fast as possible and freeing the citizens from ISIS and Daesh and getting the citizens back into the international stage with no restrictions so other people around the world can come in with resources and come in and create jobs for Iraq, and everything else will take care of itself. That's what we've been talking about. That's what we've been preaching. So anybody that comes after us or comes after me about some RV stuff, I'm telling them, look, if you're listening to my audios, you will know we're not into that. We're just into turning the map green, freeing the citizens, and allowing the international world come in with no restrictions. That's what we're all about. Okay, we're no longer about RV crap. Okay, we're no longer about that. We're just about the map and the citizens and bringing in the world to help rebuild Iraq. Because if we can do those three things, everything else takes care of itself. Okay, so we know that Donald Trump is also in Washington. He had a great day yesterday, lots of smiles with a body. You guys saw in the report extras, the pictures and things of that nature, and you guys are seeing all over social media. So he met with the Chamber of Commerce and had meetings with other people, and he just was calm and collective as can be, and Yeah, not over the top, excited, not over the top, lazy or laid back, but he was right somewhere in the middle, and he didn't give a lot of information out about what's going on. And yeah, so he's keeping a lot of things for the Arabic world. You know, he doesn't want to give it all out in the Western world. He wants to talk about it at the Arab Summit. He'll probably have a different change of attitude when he gets to the Arab Summit, and he'll probably hail victory against Daesh, and he'll probably talk about the launching of the National Reconciliation, and he'll probably do all that once he gets to the Arab Summit League. Okay, so I think he's going to be in Washington till Thursday. Okay, because for Wednesday they're gonna be holding the anti-terrorism conference, and a whole bunch of different countries are gonna be in town, and then they're gonna party. They're gonna have lots of events and parties that night for the elitists, and so he's probably going to leave Thursday. If you look at the calendar here, the Arab Summit starts on Thursday. Okay, so Wednesday he'll be there, so he'll probably leave DC around Thursday morning or early Thursday morning, and then he'll fly to Amman, Jordan for the Arab Summit League. Okay, so the Arab Summit League is the 23rd to the 29th. Somewhere around this time is when a body's going to speak. I believe it could be the 27th, or if I was a body, I will wait to the last couple of days, right in here to speak, because he want to see how Mosul is going, and give the orders to storm Mosul. Once he leaves Washington, he should be giving orders to storm Mosul from all fronts for final hours. Okay, I told you guys back in January that once he meets Donald Trump, we would be in final hours in Western Mosul. Right now, we're in final stages. We're not in final hours. But if you look at this map right here, we did start storming an area. So this is the updated map that came out late. Basically, was changed late last night. So as you see, it says 320. So it was changed late last night. Okay, so as you see, we got more parts over here, and also we got all of this now. Okay, so remember there was some gaps here. We got all of this now, and we still haven't got this area. But look at this over here. We have started storming this western side of Western Mosul. I was saying from the beginning that we should have came in here to the south. We should have came in through the east, but of course the bridges were the issue over here, and then we should come in storm from the north, and we should storm from the west. Okay, and I also said it'll be a lot easier to storm from the western side of Western Mosul because there's not a lot over here. Okay, in this area right over here, we could get this very quickly. Okay, so it looks like they're finally listening to me after several months or weeks or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, you shouldn't just push from the south and bring it up. You should storm from the west and then storm from the north and bring it in and meet right here. Meet right here and where the caliphate happened. So I wouldn't be surprised if a body had soldiers, dressed in Iraqi soldiers dressed in U.S. military U.S. military soldiers dressed in Iraqi army uniforms storm from the north here, and also sometime this week. Okay, that would be awesome to see. Because he already inspected the North troops and everything, so I would, I would love to see them storm from this north and come on down. And they're storming here, so this is all going to start turning green. And I want to see them storm up here this week and start turning green as well. And then maybe we can meet right in the center of this V shape, or we can meet right here in Old Mosul City where the caliphate was given a couple of years ago. Okay, so that is the changes. As you guys know, this is already done, and this side is taking a lot longer than everybody expected because we know, one, they're holding it up because the corrupt people don't want this to happen, because if it does happen, they can no longer be corrupt, and they're going to be tried and punished for their corruption, and they don't like that. So they want to hold this up as long as possible, and so what they probably are doing is they're paying the army and they're paying the elite, the high-ranking government officials and commanders to not move the troops, to not give orders for the troops to move. That's probably what they're doing, because we're hearing it from all types of people that they're not getting orders to move in advance. Good news that once a body met with Trump, Trump said that he is going to accelerate the progress in Western Mosul in Syria. So as soon as he said that, they stormed this area over here. So, and the map was updated. So this area got stormed and through. So we're going to see this all turn green here, and they stormed this area. I want to see what the map looks like tonight or later today. Tonight Iraq time, but later today in the Western world for you guys that are waking up, just waking up. Okay, so so this is going to be interesting. I want to see what the map looks like in a couple of hours here in Baghdad. But so we'll hopefully we see this continue to come in. As you see, it's orange right here, so they are fighting right in this line, or editing, or whatever you want to call it. So let's see if this thing continues to go as quick as possible, and then we start moving our way up here, and then we also get this area right here. So the map's turning. The map's looking good. Of course, this map is their accurate map. The other one has other things on this side, and it looks like they're attaching Syria. They're trying to attach Syria to the map to make the map look bigger than what it's supposed to look. Okay, this is the original map that was given to us when Mosul first started, okay, and the operations were first starting. This was the original map, okay? Nothing should have changed. Then they started adding pieces on this side and trying to make Western Mosul look bigger than it was, than it should have been. Then they started adding Syria to the map to make it, to try to, basically, they're being paid. Somebody's paying was paying Nineveh Command Center map to just add on stuff. That's what it seems like, because they never did that the whole time we were fighting Western Mosul. So we know they were trying to delay by adding things onto the map, because they knew that we were studying the map. As soon as they realized we were studying the map, they started adding things on, and they started to trick the map and delay the map. And, because twice we saw the map get worse. The next, the map will come out on a Wednesday and it will look one way. Thursday, it would look worse than it did Wednesday. But yet we were getting reports that we had liberated this district, this area. We have 90% of old Western Mosul control, and all this blah 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 stuff. And then you look at the map, and the map was worse than it was the day before. So I had to reach out to Nineveh Command Center and say, you got to be kidding me. What are you doing? You know what you're doing. You're being paid. Somebody's paying you to put the map out where it's delayed, okay, or looks worse the next day. Somebody's now paying you. And the reason why they're paying you is because they realize that the speculators and the investors are watching the map, okay, and they don't want this map to turn all the way green, okay. When we get to this V shape and we get into final hours, Maliki and his goons are going to just go ballistic because they know that it's almost over, okay? When we get into final hours and they announce final hours of Western Mosul, you're going to see corruption, and you're going to see Maliki and his goons just go all out. They have no choice because their lives are on the line. So we have to be prepared for that. Just prepare for that. Just prepare for that, because once we get here to this V shape, all HELL could break loose, right? And Maliki might have to be gone. They might have to get rid of him because as soon as we get to this and we get into final hours, they know their lives are on the line, okay? And so they're gonna go all out. We as you guys saw today, there was a suicide car bombing in Baghdad, which killed a lot of people, and it was just crazy scene in Baghdad last night. While a body's gone, while we were stagnated, not moving. I keep telling you guys, when we stagnate and we don't move, and a body leaves the country, Maliki and them people just do car bombs all over the place to keep the stability and security from happening in Iraq. So that's why we need to get this as quick as possible. And we need to raise the value and remove all restrictions. All right, so that's it for me. Talk to you guys later with the new updated map. Eyes open.